Hey guys, today I want to talk about how to build a big chest with just push-ups, okay? And the reason is I did a video a while ago. I did a couple of videos about how I added weights to my calisthenics and why I added weights to my calisthenics. And somebody commented on one of my older YouTube videos about how he thinks it's great, adding weights to calisthenics because you can still move your body athletically, but you also get the strength and the size from using weight. So it's like the best of both worlds. And he said that he's, always going to be, his favorite for building chest is always going to be push-ups. So I just want to talk about how to use just push-ups to really, really increase the size of your chest. Okay, for people who have not tried that yet. And what basically it comes down to is just making the exercise progressively difficult, but in a lot of ways that most people don't even think about. Now, first of all, a couple really quick tips are, obviously you have to have good form. Okay, obviously you have to have a full range of motion. So somebody just kind of like, does a little bit of this is not going to get the same results as someone who keeps his body perfectly straight, his head up, goes all the way down, chest barely touching the ground and all the way up. Okay. A little trick that I've noticed that really targets my chest, okay, first of all, is when I do push-ups, if I'm kind of pushing with my hand a little bit, I feel like I use my forearm and my tricep more. But if I actually try to raise my hand off the ground and just push with the heel of my palm, I feel it goes a lot more into my chest, okay? And another thing is instead of keeping my hands up, if I keep my hands slightly below the level of my shoulders, like instead of up, slightly below the level of my shoulders, then I feel it a lot more in my chest as well. But what do we do when we go beyond that? Now, first of all, the first step is, of course, going to be increasing the range of motion. So that means you can put push-up handles on the ground. You can put, you could go ahead and put dumbbells on the ground and use them. Okay, little blocks, whatever. Anything you put on the ground, a couple books, bricks, whatever. You're increasing the range of motion. So once again, if you're going all the way down, you're going to be making the exercise more difficult, stimulate more muscle growth. Okay. When it really takes off is when you start to destabilize the movement. Okay, so when you, for instance, start to go and instead of putting your hands on the ground or on blocks, you put your hands maybe on medicine balls or basketballs. Okay, basketballs are great because they're so light, they move around. So you really need to stabilize yourself. You can't just push, okay, forward. You really need to control the movement all the way down. It's really great also for people talk about rotator cuff and stabilization muscles. You use muscles to stabilize the movement that normally on like a machine, okay, or just on, pushing off the ground, you're not going to be using. Think of it as going from using a weight machine for the bench press to using a barbell for the bench press to using dumbbells for the bench press. A machine, basically you can push sloppily and you're going to get it moving because it's, gears and cams and levers and stuff. So using a machine, you don't really need to use any stabilization muscles at all. When you use a barbell, your hands are connected by the barbell, so you still have to balance the barbell, but it's not that bad, okay? When you use dumbbells, it's harder, okay, using the same amount of weight because, each hand can move in different directions. So like I said, if you go ahead and use, instead of just blocks, okay, put your hands on basketballs, it's going to be less stable. And the king of instability for bodyweight exercises is, of course, using rings, okay? If you lower rings down so they're close to the ground and do push-ups on rings, it's going to be a completely different experience for you. The same goes for dips, but we're talking about push-ups in this video. Now, what else can you do, okay, beyond that? What also was really incredible for my chest development in terms of calisthenics was when I used to do dips first, okay, and pull-ups with heavy weight added to my body, but then I would do 4 sets of 10 reps of rows and 4 sets of 10 reps of push-ups on rings with a weighted vest. I would do 4 sets of 10 with 90-second rest. It was more of like a burn kind of thing, more pumping blood into my muscles, okay? So now you're talking about you're using rings, so you have to stabilize. Your arms will fly in any direction, okay? Plus, you're increasing the amount of weight that you're lifting, but you're still moving your body, okay? It's just let's say at the point when I was doing this, my lean weight was like 180 pounds, okay? And I'd be like really cut at 180 pounds. And then I had worked up to a 60-pound weight vest. So that was like 1/3 of my body weight. So I got 1/3 of my body weight extra. Plus I'm doing the workout on rings, okay? And I raised my feet up on a Swiss ball. That's one of those really big, kind of like a beach ball that you see in the gym. So I really had to keep my entire body from my fingertips to the tips of my toes completely under tension and control the movement entirely with the added weight. Because like I said, my feet would wobble around if I didn't have my core, my torso, my legs all tensed. And of course, if I didn't have my shoulders and my elbows and my wrists tense, the rings would move around. So this was like, it was like a lot of weight on me, plus it was a lot of instability. So that really built muscle in a way that weights and especially machines never will be able to, okay? Was really the pinnacle for me of building my chest with only push-ups, okay? And I don't see a whole lot of people talking about that. I mean, very few people talk about doing push-ups on rings, and nobody really talks about using a vest. So like I said, that's just something that you might want to try. Rings in general just changed my workouts completely, and everybody who took my advice and bought a pair of rings, it completely changed their workouts also. If you guys are really interested in some of the information I've been putting out, I got a big announcement coming up where I'm going to have more interaction with you guys, more interaction amongst you guys. Okay, we're gonna have like a spam-free, troll-free, hater-free community where we can all communicate, cheer each other on, help each other out. And you're also going to be able to get all of my programs, including programs that I don't usually sell openly, okay? Just for the people who join this new program. So like I said, it's definitely a huge announcement. I'm really excited about it. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm still building it up. But when I'm done, like I said, you guys are going to find out about that. And it's going to be a massive opportunity if you're really serious about implementing some of the things I talk about in these videos. All right. Like I said, any questions, let me know. I'll answer it in a video. Other than that, see you guys in the next video.